Hi, I'm Matt. We're going to go through the Ricoh floor models, basic overview of the device, and then functionality. So how to copy, how to scan to email, and then how to send faxes. Let's get to it.
So we'll get to the screen in a second. Let's talk about the paper trays first. You've got 4 paper trays in the middle of the device there. You can move these guides by pressing the little green clamps and then moving them out to whatever paper size you'd like to fit. They max out at 11 by 17. When you close the clamps on the paper, just make sure that they're flush so that the paper doesn't move. If you'd like to change toner, those just come right out as you can see here. Just take them out, dispose of them, insert the new one, and do the same for any of them that you see there. There's also a waste container. It's in this little door to the left of tray 1 there. That just comes out and gets replaced. Speaking of replacement, there's staples. On the left-hand side, you just pull those out like so. And then you can just change that cassette by pulling the clear plastic little tray out and then inserting that new fresh set of staples and putting it right back in. When using the document feeder, you're going to put the originals in face up. But what I want to show you here is more about jam clearance. On the screen, it'll tell you exactly where you need to go, where the misfeed has occurred. There's this bridge unit right in the middle there that it points to. You're just going to take the paper out like so. And then just make sure you shut that gently so it closes. We'll reference the screen again. This time it tells us to go near the fuser. That's on the right-hand side of the device. Key thing is it gets a little warm here, but it's okay. Notice you can go down below. Anything that's colored blue or green is where you would be able to touch and open. As you can see, I found my paper. You just grab it, pull it out. Usually use 2 hands with that one. Moving on to the touchscreen, you've got your toner level in the middle. Up above there, you've got your functions, copy, scanner, and fax. Down below, you've got your back arrow, your home button to get you to this home screen, and then your settings button where you can configure defaults. You'll notice by pressing the arrows to the right and left, you can access other screens for settings. You can also swipe. Let's talk about customizing this home screen. First, you need to log in. There's that button on the top right. The username is admin. There's no password. And now what you can do is simply press and hold a button that you may want to remove and drag it into that trash can icon, which is on the top left. That only appears as an admin. You can also simply just press and hold one of these buttons and reorder some of these buttons if you'd like. But move things around, delete things as you if you don't need them, and then just log out, and you're all set. You can also use that settings button down below to set defaults per function. So you can set, scan resolution, other copy defaults, or fax defaults, right? So for faxing, I'm going to use this example where we're going to set the confirmation report to print for any sent fax. So step 1 is to log in. Again, that username is admin. There's a blank password. And then you'll just simply press fax. And then go ahead and ignore that message there. On the right-hand side, you're going to see settings. So you're going to press that. Scroll all the way down to that result report. And then just turn that on. Again, that bottom settings or that gear button you're going to press. And it'll say set current settings as default. Just press that. And program it. To make copies, you'll load your originals face up in the feeder. And then from the home screen, simply press copy. You'll see a big menu here, lots of items. Left-hand side, you can choose auto color for color or black and white for black and white. You have your reduction and enlargement menu here up top where you can select a preset or type in using the keypad that appears any number you'd like. There's a back button on the top left that will let you go back to the main menu there. You've got your quantity that you can select. So once you press that, again, just type in whatever quantity you want and then OK. You've got your paper select, your two-sided options as you can see here. We'll choose 1 to 2-sided. That means that one-sided originals will become two-sided copies. You have your stapling. You can staple 50 sheets together. But down below you've got a few other advanced menus, right? So you have your density, your lighten or darken basically. You can change your original type. That's in the original setting menu. You can jump into finishing, and you've basically got your sorting and stacking. So that's where you can set it to sort, which is another word for collating, right? So it comes out 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, rather than 1 on 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3. You can also set it to stack. That'll offset a little bit so that you can tell the difference between sets of copies. And then if you open up the staple menu, you get a little more specific with where the staples go. When you're done and ready to make your copy, just press start on the bottom right. To scan to your email, press the scanner button on the home screen. You'll notice the address book along the middle there. It's organized alphabetically, so select a name and then just press start on the bottom right. Before that, if you'd like to change any settings, there's your send settings on the right-hand side. You've got your color and black and white settings on the left, where you can choose your option there. You've got your file type and your resolution, which you can update as well. Your file name is to the right-hand side too, if you'd like to name that attachment something. But then, like I said, once you're done, just press that start button. To send a fax, from the home screen, press the fax button. You have a couple ways to add a destination, either adding it manually or from the address book, as you can see down below. For this instance, let's add one manually. You've got a couple options here. We're going to enter one with the number keys. So when you press that, you get your keys. Trinity dials 9 before their number, so 9-1, so on and so forth. And then press finished and start. There are two ways to add names to the address book. First way is through the home screen. If you scroll to the right, press address book, and then register on the top right. Then you'll have fields where you can type in the name. That's also the display name, by the way. You can change it if you'd like. And then there's a destinations tab that you can press up above there, and you can tell it, is it a fax number? Is it an email address? So for this instance, let's just do a fax number. Just type it in. If you have to dial a prefix number like a 9 or a 1 or something like that, you wanna make sure that you input that. Trinity dials 9 first, so we'll put that number in there. And then you're going to press OK a couple times there. And then you can exit out. Same thing if you want to make it an email address. You can either edit one you've already created or go back to register. And then select destinations, email address, And in the email address field, as you might guess, you just type in that address. Notice you have your @ symbol on the left there. You just have to press the bottom left-hand button there. And then press OK and exit. The other way to add a name to the address book is through the Ricoh device's website. So if you open up the internet, type in its IP address into the address field, you'll get to this site you see here. You have to log in as an admin, so the username is admin, password's blank. But once logged in, on the left-hand side, you'll be able to go to device management and then address book. And then from there, you'll see an add new user button. After you click that, you can select the type of destination, whether it be fax or email. Let's do fax first. Bottom left, you want to click go to next, and then you'll type in the name of the recipient. There's a key display field down there. You can certainly type in something if you'd like, copy and paste. That's not very important, but it's there for you. And then the fax destination is obviously the number. Remember, if it's a number that you have to dial 9 for to get out, make sure you include that. But then you just save it, click OK. Same idea for email. So add new user, select it as an email destination this time. Go to the next page, type in the name. Next page, you're going to type in the email address.